Okay. So you got -2 minus 9. What would that equal to?
11?
Why?
-11.
Why?
Because he owes.
How many?
He owes 2 and owes 9.
So -11 is correct. Write it down. Write it down. Excellent. Okay, so now you have -5 minus 2 times minus 6. What goes first?
-6.
What's in front of the -6?
-2.
What's -6 times -2?
-6 times -2, that would be positive 12.
Positive 12. Why?
Because it's 2 negatives
Multiplying or adding?
multiplying.
2 negatives multiplied gives a what?
Negative.
A negative times a negative is a what?
Negative times negative, positive.
Positive. That's correct. So write -5 plus 12. Perfect. Now, what is that equal to?
7.
Why?
Because he owes 5 and he has 12.
Excellent. Write it down. Okay. Clear the screen. What goes first?
Parentheses.
Which one?
-2.
Very good. And what's in front of the -2?
-3.
What's -2 times -3?
Positive 6.
Why?
Because it's a negative times a negative.
And a negative times the negative equals a what?
Positive.
Excellent. Write it down. Positive 6. Okay. And now, what's the next one?
-3 times 4.
-3 times 4. What's -3 times 4?
12.
Why?
Oh, it would be -12.
Why?
Because a negative times a positive is negative.
Excellent. Write it down. What is that equal to?
He owes 12 and has 6.
Yes.
So that would be eight. No.
Be patient. Don't worry. I'm still going to ask you why. So,
It would be 6
why?
because he owes 12 and has 6.
So he owes 12 and has 6. Is he going to pay his debt by owing more than what he has?
No.
No. So what would it equal to? So he owes 12 and has 6. That's correct. What does that mean?
He owes 6 and has
No, he owes 12 and has 6.
6.
So what would that equal to?
So 6. -6?
Yes.
Or no,
Okay. Yes.
-6?
-6. Why is that? Why is it -6?
Because he can only pay half of the debt.
Exactly. Very good. Write it down. -6 equals -6. Perfect. Okay, let's do another one. Clear the screen. What goes first?
Parentheses.
Which one?
-5 times -5.
What's negative 5 times negative 5?
Positive 25,
Positive 25, why?
because it's a negative times a negative.
Write it down, that's correct. Okay, I want you to write that minus in the middle. Now, what is the next pair of parentheses?
Negative 3 times negative 3.
What's negative 3 times negative 3?
9,
Positive 9, why?
because it's a negative times a negative.
Write it down. Okay, and what's 25 minus 9?
16,
Why?
because he owes 9,
And has how much?
25.
Write it down, that's correct. Okay, great job, man. Very proud of you. You've improvement has skyrocketed. Okay, I don't take that lightly. I'm very proud of you. Clear this screen and let's do a little bit more complex now. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What goes first?
Parentheses.
Which one?
Inside the parentheses.
Which one?
Negative 2.
Excellent. What's in front of the negative 2?
Negative 3.
What's negative 2 times negative 3?
Positive 6.
Excellent. Write it down. Write everything down until you, so first write the negative 3, parentheses, negative 2, plus 6. Close parentheses. Beautiful. Now, let me help you out here a little bit. Let me just erase that. Oh, I can't erase it because it's your drawing. Never mind. What's the next step? Oh, nice, nice. I like that. Nice. That's perfect. Okay, what's the next step?
The parentheses.
The parentheses.
So negative 2 plus 6.
What's negative 2 plus 6?
He has 6 and owes, so if he owes 2 and has 6, negative, not 4?
4. Why?
Because he owes 2 and has 6.
Very good. So write equals negative 3. Okay, let's fix that negative 3 a little bit. So it looks like a negative 3, not a B. Excellent. Excellent. Parentheses. Write the 4. Parentheses. Great job. What's the next step?
Negative 3 times 4.
What's negative 3 times 4?
Positive 12.
Why?
No, negative 12.
Why?
Because it's a negative times a positive.
Excellent. Write it down. Great job on writing the equal sign. Okay. Now, this is just me being picky, but from now on, this is just to help you, okay? Because your style is getting even better. So that negative, let's push it a little bit to the side so it doesn't get trapped in between the equal sign. Okay? Just a little negative is good in front of the, there you go. That's what I want to start seeing, okay? That's the professionalism going on here. Great job. Okay, clear the screen. Let's do some more. Perfect. Now, today I wanted to start with fractions, okay? Fractions tend to be the hardest thing in mathematics, but I feel like right now you're at the level that you can dominate it, okay? So let's start very simple. I'm gonna start with the simple fraction of 1/2 plus 1/2, okay? Now, what is the rule when you have fractions? Do we know it?
No.
Okay. So from now on, whenever you have two fractions being added, you will not touch the denominator if they're the same. Okay, we're gonna call that common denominator. Okay, okay, first, what is the denominator? So denominator, that's the word, denominator. And then that's the number in the bottom.
And then numerator.
And then numerator, very good. Okay, that's the number on the top. So what's the denominator between these two fractions?
2.
2. What's the numerator between these two fractions?
1.
1, perfect. Okay, so the rule is if the denominators are the same, you add the numerators only and keep the denominator the same. So I'm gonna keep the denominator the same, and I'm just gonna add the numerators.
So that'd be 2.
Exactly, you already knew. So now, now we simplify the fraction. What's 2 divided by 2 equal to?
2 divided by 2?
Mm-hmm.
1.
Why?
Because 2 only goes into 2 once.
Exactly, very good, okay? So now, let's do another, write down the solution for this one. Very good. Excellent. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. So now I'm going to complicate it a little bit more. Let's clear the screen. by instead of adding, we're going to subtract. So it's going to be 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2. Now, the same rule applies for subtraction. Okay. If the denominators are the same, which they are, you're just going to subtract the numerators. So it's just going to be, I'm going to put the 2 back here there, and I'm going to write 1 minus 1. Now, what's 1 minus 1 equal to?
0.
0. Okay, so 0 over 2. Now, this is a tricky question. What's 0 divided by 2?
0.
That's correct, okay? So now, I want you to do it, I want you to go ahead and subtract these two fractions. What is that equal to? Write all the steps, all the steps. Perfect. What is that equal to? Beautiful. Okay, you see that? That's all you have to do with fractions when you're adding and subtraction. But now I'm going to complicate it a little bit, okay? Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. So now I'm going to change my denominators. So 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. Since we don't have common denominators, meaning we don't have denominators that are the same, then I have to do something to my fractions so that I can get denominators to be the same. Okay? Do we know that step?
No.
No. Okay. Well, let's find out. So what we're gonna have to do is find a least common multiple. Now you already been doing least common multiples at school, so you already know what it is. It's just you haven't seen it in fractions yet, or you don't remember. Okay. Either way, it doesn't matter because you're gonna learn it today. So what's the least common multiple between 2 and 3? Okay. What's
2.
Well, okay, let me explain. The least common multiple is the smallest multiple that they have in common. So let's make a list of multiples of 2. Let's make a list of multiples of 3. The first multiple of 2 is 2 times 1, which is 2. The second, so this is 2 times 1. The second multiple of 2 is 2 times 2, which is what?
4.
4. The next multiple is 2 times 3, which is what?
6.
The next multiple is 2 times 4, which is what?
8.
8. Yeah. And you keep doing that to infinity. And now we're going to do the same thing with 3. 3 times 1 is what?
3.
3. 3 times 2 is what?
6.
6. 3 times 3?
9.
9. And 3 times 4?
12.
12. Okay. Now, check this out. What's the smallest number that they have in common in this list?
6.
6, okay? 6 is here. 6 is here. 6 is the lowest multiple that they have in common. So in order to add these two fractions, I need that 6 in the denominator, okay? So then the question is, what do I need to multiply the number 2 to get 6?
2 times 3.
2 times 3. What do I need to multiply 3 to get 6?
3 times 2.
Exactly. So we need to multiply by those numbers, but we can't just add random numbers, okay? Because it's going to change my fraction. So I have to be very specific in how I'm going to add those numbers in the equation, okay? So how are we going to do that? We're going to do it by, we're going to do it by multiplying on top and bottom. Let me try a little bit, okay? And this is the hard part here, okay? This is the hard part, but I'm very confident that you're gonna be able to figure it out in no time, okay? So we first write these two fractions inside these two parentheses, where exactly where they were. So 1/2 and 1/3, okay? Now we did say that we needed to multiply 3 to 2 to get 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so we're gonna put that 3 in here. But if I put a 3 in the bottom, I have to put a 3 on the top. And then we did say that in order to get 6 from 3, I need to multiply by what number?
2.
2. So I'm gonna put a 2 on the top and a 2 on the bottom. Now comes the easy part. The easy part is multiplication of fractions. Why is multiplication of fractions the easy part? Because it's exactly how you would think multiplication will be. 3 times 1 and 3 times 2. What's 3 times 1?
3 times 1, 3.
3. And what's 3 times 2?
3 times 2, 6.
6. Plus. And now what's 2 times 1?
2.
2. And what's 2 times 3?
6.
6. Now, now I ask you, are the denominators the same?
Yes.
Yes. That means I can add what?
You can add 3 and 2.
Exactly. Very good. I'm going to keep the 6 there. I'm going to write 3 plus 2. What is 3 plus 2?
5.
5. And that's how you add fractions. Okay? Questions?
No.
Awesome. Now, if you can't find the least common multiple, let's say you don't want to do all this work, okay? You can always find a multiple by multiplying the two numbers, okay? What's 2 times 3?
6.
There you go. In this example, that was the least common multiple. In some examples, not necessarily, okay? But you can still use it. So let's get an example. So if you have 1/5, let's say, plus 1/6. Well, I don't want to find all the multiples of 5. I don't want to find all the multiples of 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply them both. But I still need my parentheses, okay? This is the important part. Without this part, then it's going to be hard, okay? So let's just put those parentheses in there. Now, what am I going to write in this parentheses?
You're going to write 1/5?
Go ahead and write it down. Excellent. What am I going to write? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. There you go. Very good. So careful with this one. That looks like a 4. Make sure it looks like a 1.
So 1,
Mm-hmm.
5, oh.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And then 1.
Excellent, man. Good job. So now, what am I going to write in the first parenthesis so that I can get the same number in the denominator?
5. Oh, 5?
If you multiply by 5, what's 5 times 5?
25.
Okay. What would I need to multiply 6 to get 25?
5? No, not 5. Oh,
This is a trick question. There is no number that will give you 25.
no, because it would be if 4 times 6 is 24, and you can't go up from that.
Exactly. Very good. So instead of 5, what number should you use then?
6, so you can get 30.
There you go. So write down the 6 on top and on the bottom. And then what should I write on the next fraction?
6.
Very good. Well, remember, you want the same denominators. You want the same denominators. So what would I need to do to 6 to get the same denominator as 30?
5. 5 times 6.
5 times 5. So write the 5 over 5. Very good. Excellent. So now that we're going to have the multiplication of these two, I'm going to put the lines, okay, plus, and then the lines. What am I going to write on the top space?
1. You're going to keep the 1.
No, remember, this is multiplying. What's 6 times 1?
6.
6. So that's what you're going to write on the top space. So go ahead and write. What am I going to write on the bottom space?
6 times 5.
6 times 5. What's 6 times 5?
30.
30. Write it down. Excellent. And then what am I going to write on the top of these two multiplications? Very good. And on the bottom, perfect. Good job. So now you have this denominator is the same, right?
Yeah.
So what can I add now?
6 and 5.
Write it down.
6. Would it equals or put 6 plus 5?
Let's start with the steps and then we'll get fancy. So just write 6 plus 5. Write it down first so that you know all the steps, and then we'll jump a couple of steps once we're ready. For now, I want you to write all of them. Okay, and oops. And then what does that equal to? Nice. Perfect. Okay, good job. So let's clear the screen. Let's do some more. So let's add some complexity. So it's 3 over 5 plus 2 over 3. So first, I'm gonna just write these parentheses, and then you're gonna write those parentheses on your own, okay? So that you can get the practice. So for now, fill in the 2 parentheses that need to get filled. Very good. Very good. Now, what should I multiply 5 and 3 with so that I can get a common denominator? And don't forget, if you don't know what a common denominator might be, multiplying them by themselves will always give you a common denominator. Meaning, you can multiply 5 with 3 and 3 with 5, and that will always give you a common denominator, no matter what.
15.
15, very good. So what would I need to multiply 5 to get 15?
3.
Where am I going to put that 3 at?
The 3 next to the 5 on the other parentheses.
Write it down. Excellent. And now, what would I need to write on the other parentheses?
5.
A 5, write it down. Okay, now that's equal to what? Let's do this one plus this one. What am I gonna write on the top left line?
Top left. 3 plus 3.
3 times 3.
3 times 3 is 9.
9, write it down. Excellent. And then in the bottom?
3 times 5 is 15.
Excellent, write it down. Now on the right side, what would I need to multiply by?
2 times 5 is 10.
Excellent, write it down.
And then 15.
Beautiful. Okay. Now the next step, what will be the next step?
9 plus 10.
Write it down.
9 plus 10.
And what's in the denominator? Excellent. So now for the final step, what would I need to do?
19.
Write it down. Excellent. Okay, and that is 100% correct. Good job, man. Good job. So now let's clear the screen. Now I'm going to give you one, and you're going to do the entire process by yourself. I'm going to guide you, of course, but I want you to do all the parentheses and all the steps, and I want you to narrate what are you doing, okay? So let's start with 3 over 5 plus 4 over 6. Write down all the steps. What will be the first step?
Parentheses.
Write the parentheses down. Excellent. So now what are you going to write? There you go. Keep going. Keep going. If you already know what to do, do it. Excellent. And then what will be the next step? Nice. Keep going. Nice. Okay. And then what will be the next step?
Three times 6.
What's 3 times 6? Nice. Perfect. Perfect. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing amazing. Nice. Keep going. There you go. A little bit of speed there. I like that.
38. Let me erase it. Looks like 3.
Hey, I loved it. I love what you had originally, and I love it how it looks now. Amazing, amazing job. Super proud of you. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. I never seen someone grow so fast in math, and I'm very, very pleased to see it. So let's clear the screen. Let's add some complexity. Okay, are you ready for that?
Yep.
I'm ready. How about subtraction? Let's do some subtraction now then. So let's see, 6 over 5 minus 4 over 7. I want you to write each step of how you will find the subtraction of these two fractions. What will be the first step? Yes. Okay, and what will be in the middle?
My minus.
A minus, very good. But no, yes, yes, yes. Keep going. Okay. Now, since we don't have that enough space on that little one, I want you to make these two closer together. Okay, so let's erase it and let's do it again. But this time, make these, there you go, make these closer together. Excellent. So that we can practice symmetry, so it helps us develop a better procedure for math. There you go. Very good. Excellent. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Now fill it in. Nice. Yep. Yep. Excellent. Nice. Nice.
Oh, that's a 5. Let me erase that.
I know. I know it's a 5. Don't worry. Beautiful. Okay. What will be the next step? Nice. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Now well, go ahead. Fix it. Nice. Okay. Next step. Beautiful. Nice. What is that equal to? There you have it. There you have it. 22/35 is your answer. Okay. So let's erase it. Let's add some complexity. Okay. How about this? Now, how about if I just have a number, let's say. So let's say it's 2 plus a fraction, 3/4. How would I be able to add 2 plus 3/4? Well, the
You
first,
add
go ahead.
don't you add a denominator of 1?
Yes, indeed. Exactly. Okay.
And then you solve it?
And then you will solve it. Very good. Okay. So go ahead, solve it.
So
Fill it in. Very good. That's exactly how you would do it. Same way you were doing the other ones. Okay. Very good. Yes. All right, keep going. You're doing great. Nice. Yep. Beautiful. Keep going. Bam. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Now let's clear it up and let's add some complexity on this. So it's going to be, now let's deal with negative numbers. -2/3 plus, let me just erase that extra. We'll talk about that later. -4/8. Okay. Now, this one is tricky. Okay. So let me solve this one first, and then I'll show you how to, then I'll let you do it. Okay. So for negative numbers, first let's look at something that people tend to get stuck on a lot. is where to put the negative. Okay, so let's look at -2/3. There's 3 ways of writing the same fraction, okay, with that negative. The standard way is to put it in the middle. That's the standard way. Now that's equal to the same thing as putting on the top, which is also equal to putting on the bottom. These 3 fractions mean the same thing. They all mean -2/3. Okay? So you need to know or remember.
So no matter what, the 2/3, whatever it equals out to, would be negative.
Exactly. No, it doesn't matter if you have it on the top, in the bottom, or in the middle. It's just -2/3. Okay? And now the same thing goes with the -4/8. Okay? So you have -2/3. Now, this one is tricky because this is not just negative in front of the 4/8. This is a subtraction. So for subtractions, it's just best to leave it in the middle. So -2 and then write 4/3. I mean 4/8. Okay? But again, it still does not change what the number is. It's still going to be -4/8. Okay? Now, I threw a trick problem because you can simplify this fraction, okay? And that's a habit I want you to start doing, okay? Whenever you have a fraction, I want you to ask yourself, can we simplify this fraction even further so that we can add them easier, okay? So let's see. So -2/3 minus this. Is there any number divisible by 4 and divisible by 8 that we can simplify by?
So 4 divided by 8.
Well, that seems like a good candidate. What's 4 divided by 8?
2.
Well, that'll be 8 divided by 4, right? But it's 4 divided by
4. That would be, it would only go in once.
Almost half. It will go half. So how would I know that? Well, 4 is 4, but 8 is 4 times 2. Oh, I don't need that extra dot there. Okay? 8 is 4 times 2. Now, what's 4 divided by 4?
4 divided by 4 is 1.
Is 1. Since the 2 did not go away, it stays there, and the 1 stays there as well. So 4/8 is equal to 1/2. And we're going to practice some simplification later. I just wanted to throw a little bit of complexity in the problem. So now you have this fraction being subtracted. From here, we apply the same principle. We write 4 parentheses. Now we fill the parentheses with these 2 numbers, so -2, +3, 1, 2. Now, what should I write on this parentheses?
2.
Write it down. And how about this one?
3.
Write it down. So now, with everything we've learned, what's 2 times -2?
+4.
Why?
No, -4.
Why?
Because a negative times a positive is a negative.
Excellent. Write it down. Okay, and then very good. Keep going. What's in the denominator? Excellent. Very good. And now what's the next multiplication? Very good. Okay. And now since we don't have space, I'm gonna scroll down, and then you can write on top. I guess you can't write on top. So let me just Oh, so let's scroll to the right. No, it doesn't do it. It doesn't follow it. Right over here on the left side. So put the line over. Yeah, there you go. And then, so write it as a single denominator. So don't write the same thing. So erase that. Oh, well, let's keep it there so that now I can have some more. Now you can start over. So write it down. There you go. There you go. More practice. Excellent. Keep going. Very good. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Now write as, there you go. That's what I wanted to see. Uh-huh. What are you missing? Wait, too fast. What are you missing?
Oh.
Where's the mistake? What are you missing?
Where's my...
What are you missing? There you go. You found it. Very good. Now, what's -4 minus 3? What's -4 minus 3?
1.
Why?
Because he owes 4 and has 3, so it'd be -1.
He has 3?
He has -3.
So he doesn't have anything.
He doesn't have anything.
So he owes 3.
So it'd be 9. It'd be -9.
Is it addition or multiplication? Where is that 9 coming from?
Addition?
Well, what's -4 minus 3? If you owe 4 and you owe 3, how much do you owe?
-9?
No, count again. Count again. What's -4 minus 3?
-4 minus -3.
So he owes 4 and he owes 3. How much does he owe?
Just 9?
So what's 4 plus 3?
7.
7. So if he owes 4 and then he owes 3 more, how much does he owe?
-7.
-7. Very good. Write it down. Excellent. Okay, we're going to practice some more of that. So clear the screen. Let's do... Okay, start with the first step. Very good. Very good.
No. -5. 4.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Yes. Excellent. Very good.
So 3 times -5 would be -15.
Why is that?
Because a negative times a positive is a negative.
Perfect. Keep going.
And then you would do 3 times 4, which would be 12. And then 6 times 4.
Very good. Next step. Very good. Oh, pause. There's a mistake. Find the mistake and fix it. There you go. Very good. Excellent. So what's -15 plus 24?
Positive 40.
Positive 40. Why?
Oh, 39?
Why?
Because the positive is bigger than the negative.
Well, that's only that it's positive, but that doesn't give us the number. You have -15 plus 24. You owe 15 and you have 24. Pay your debt. Are you going to have more or you have less?
You're going to have less. So it'd be 9.
Ah, very good. Positive 9. Very good. So 9 over 12.
Where's my pen?
Okay, now I'm going to ask you one more question. Can we simplify the 9 with the 12?
No.
Okay, let's see. So let's clear the board and let's practice on simplification. So 9 and 12. What is 9 equal to? 9 is equal to 3 times 3. And then what is 12 equal to? 12 is equal to
3 times
3 times 4. Right?
Yeah.
Now, why did I split it into threes?
To simplify.
Very good. And what's 3 divided by 3?
1.
And what do I have left?
The 4.
The 3 over 4. Very good. Okay. So now let's practice some simplification problems before we leave. We got 3 minutes. Let's do this. So 6 over 4. So first, I want you to break it up into 2 multiplications that have the same number multiplied. So start with the top. What would I break it up to?
3 times 2.
3 times 2. Write it down.
Whoa. 3.
Very good. And then the bottom one, how would I break it up?
3 times. No. 2 times. 2 times 2.
Very good. Write it down. And now, which 2 divide?
The 2.
The 2's, right? So what's 2 divided by 2?
Well, 2.
What's 2 divided by 2?
1.
1. So what do you have left?
3.
3 on the top.
3 over 2.
3 over 2. Very good. Okay, so let's make another example. What can we break 5 into? What can we break 5 into?
1 times 5.
1 times 5 is correct. Write it down. And then what can we break 10 into? Very good. And what 2 numbers divide?
5 and 5 into 1.
What do you have left? 1 over 2. And there you, sir, I am excessively proud of your overcomings. You've been doing amazing. You're probably the fastest person that has growth in so little time. So that's very cool. Okay. We're done for today.
Okay.
So next class, we're gonna do some more fractions, okay?
Okay, so just practice on fractions.
Yes, sir. And don't forget
All
your
right.
negative numbers. You're doing amazing.
All right, so I'll just practice those 2 things.
Yes, sir. You got homework.
All right.
Take care.
Better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, of course.
All right, I'll see you next class.
See ya. Bye-bye.